good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is you're watching this video. Thank you so much for clicking on my channel today. My name is Emmy and I am still fairly new on YouTube. I do post about 3 times a month, so if you do end up liking this video, please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell. I would love to gain you as a subscriber. Without further ado, let me explain what we're doing today and we'll get right to it. A summertime inspired makeup look. The focus of this tutorial in particular is just on the face makeup. If you do like the eye look, I will leave the link down below in my description box. I did post that video today as well. I'm in California, by the way, and our weather has been so weird. We actually had a spring this year. I am not complaining. It was awesome. It looks like June has started and the heat has kicked off. So with that as my inspiration, I went ahead and created this bronzed, glowy summertime skin look. I use mostly drugstore makeup or drugstore priced makeup. So hopefully that means a lot of you can afford to do something like this for the summertime. And yeah, that is always my goal. I want as many people out there as possible to be able to play and have a good time with makeup without spending a ton of money. It is unnecessary, I promise you. Thank you so much for watching, and without further ado, let's get right to it. Let's get this face makeup going. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer. So oh, I should have shaken that up. That was my bad. Let me try that again. Okay, so this has clearly been sitting in my drawer too long. Holy moly. Okay, that's okay. It's kind of very wet. Let me shake it even harder. I don't use primers very often if you watch my channel regularly, but so that side did not come out very well. I'm gonna probably just put more on, because the point of today is to be super dewy anyway. It really does leave a luminosity to the skin. I have super dry skin, so I can pretty much put this everywhere. If you have oily skin or even combination where it gets oily in the T-zone, you may want to avoid putting it everywhere and just kind of spot put it on. For me, I can go nuts. It's not going to make me extra dewy. Only so much you can do with super dry skin. For foundation, I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics in medium. This has 50 SPF, so it goes with the summer themed makeup because it's summer itches, so get your sunscreen on. That's important. Or else you end up with those. And nobody wants those. One does the foundation differently, but I honestly don't know what inspired me to do my foundation so spotty today. Whatever. Oh, just taking my Morphe blending sponge and tapping that foundation into my skin. Wow, this looks so pale. Oof. What the hell? This foundation was my color like 2 weeks ago. Did I tan that badly in the last 2 weeks? I do pick up color very quickly, so I suppose that happens to a lot of us with olive skin. So I was in the sun quite a bit this weekend, and this foundation is way too light for me all of a sudden. Holy moly. Okay. We are gonna have to bronze this up. Let me warm myself up a little bit because, whoo, I look pale. So I'm gonna take this Dream Illuminator from Maybelline. This is in Fonce. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Number 60. So going in with this, I'm just gonna kind of contour with it, but really it's just to bring light back into my face because this is much wider than I thought, but that's okay. A little bronzer, I think, will do the trick. Starting with my forehead, and I just kind of roll this product in. You can see I'm like pushing and rolling, just like little rolls. I'm just gonna use this to the flat edge, which is why I do love this sponge. And I'm gonna kind of just do this to it. And then I'm gonna push and roll. So now to add actual contour, I'm gonna take my LA Girl Pro Conceal Beautiful Bronze. So again, just kind of pressing that in, press and rolling it. Now going in with Maybelline Fit Me Light, which is number 10. I'm gonna just take this down the bridge of my nose. Yes, you're right, those are blending together. That's okay. Bring it on as my concealer. Also gonna take this over here. Work in the concealer first. And under the eyes, again, guys, try not to tuck. Try really just to press, but not pull, you know? Under eyes are so sensitive. Unfortunately, I probably did a lot of pulling in my day, which didn't help my eyeball situation with the wrinkles as I've gotten older. Bother to keep the contour and the concealer separate. I let them kind of mesh together. That is just what I've been doing recently. And I just find that it gives a more natural finish. So I'm like pressing that contour in place. Guys, I apologize. Because this is going to consist of powders, I have to use a setting spray. And I don't have enough like a drugstore priced setting spray. So I really apologize. I'm going to use my Fix Plus. The ones I've heard from the drugstore that are really good are the Wet n Wild, the one from Pixie, which is a little higher price. I believe might even be 15, and my Fix Plus costs like 20. So, but anyway, Wet n Wild has a good one. Infallible from L'Oreal I've heard is good. I know that people rave about the Milani setting spray as well. I just haven't tried any of them. So, sorry. I'm going to use my MAC Fix Plus, so I really apologize. I didn't take that into account when I was gathering stuff for this video. So does my skin look better? I don't look so tremendously pale. But we are going to bronze even more because this is a summer bronze look, and that is what we're doing. Hands up now. I'm going to use the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is in the color 27 Sundance. Let's take that on a Luxie 514. Again, Tools makes amazing brushes from the drugstore. Same with Sonia Kashuk. Those are my two favorite drugstore brushes, is the Eco Tools and Sonia Kashuk. You can't go wrong. I've tried so many of them and they're amazing. For whatever reason, they're just missing from my collection currently. So I always start on the exterior of my face and then go downward. I just feel like if I get too much product on, it's easier to hide it on the edges of your face, you know? Putting this all over my face. Okay, see, a little bronzer goes a long way to making a foundation that is too light for you start working out. I'm also going to use a shimmery bronzer. I know this is definitely not a lot of people's cup of tea, but summertime, if you're going to do it at any point, is definitely the time to use shimmer, in my opinion. So let's shimmer it up. This is my confession. I found this bronzer at Icing. Icing is like Claire's. So I was like, is this kids makeup? And the girl's like, no, that's one of my favorite bronzers. And I get what she was talking about because I fell in love with this thing. And it's been so loved that there's like nothing here for me to show you guys what it is. But I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the same brush, didn't change brushes, just going in there. And I'm just going to put it right here. You see how that one's darker? It's definitely cool toned, but it's a little shimmery. Oh, I love this for over my contour line. If you see this bronzer, I highly recommend it. It stays all day. It's so good. Like, it's kind of amazingly, surprisingly good. Go back and I'm gonna accentuate my nose contour. Just take this dark brown. Kind of take a big fluffy brush like this and just start working the edges out. So I'm working the outside edges and work the middle. And then back to the outside. And back to the middle. And then I'm just going to use my fingers and tap it in. And just ever so slightly without moving product, just press it in some more. Now for one of my favorite parts of any summer look is highlighting. Drugstore highlights. These are ones I have used over and over and over again, and they're wonderful. The Maybelline Master Chrome is so awesome. This thing is beat to a pulp. Like, you can tell this has seen better days. Like, I used it pretty much every day last summer, I think. These two from Wet n Wild, I mixed together to get a nice shade because they are a little too pink and too bronze for me. But that's Crown of My Canopy. This one here, you see that? And then we have Precious Petals. This one's a little bit more pink. This one, I actually just realized I never tried it. I bought it after the fact, and I have yet to try it, but this one is in the color Golden Flower Crown, and I think I'm going to love it. That's this one here. Now I'm gonna go in with a small contour brush. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild, the gold one I haven't tried yet, in Golden Flower Crown. Wow, it's really pretty, quite intense. I'm gonna put some on my nose because again, it's summer and we are having some fun. Cupid's bow. And just, why not throw it above the brow? Oof. Throw it on the chin a little. I always do once I highlight is I like to set everything because by then all the powders are on typically as well. So again, just taking my Fix Plus. And yes, I drenched myself in it. What I like to do is go over those areas of highlight with my sponge and just press it in. Still see that it's glowing. And you guys see how it is picking up that glow, but it takes it to a much more natural level. I prefer. Everyone's different. Want to see the finished look? I will be right back in 1 minute with my eyebrows, some lips, and you'll see it all put together. Thank you guys so much for watching this summer glow foundation and face routine. Be right back. So this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching today. As always, I so appreciate it. If you liked this video, please give me your thumbs up. And I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep seeing my content as I upload. I usually only upload about 2 or 3 times a month. Turn on the notification bell as it will not drive you crazy. It's only like 3 times a month. Thank you so much. And remember to spread love, not hate. Make this world a better place, one by one by one. Thank you guys. Mwah. Bye. not trying to draw any kind of crazy symbol, by the way. I realized that I don't know what was happening there. It just happened. Okay.